Hello, everyone. Welcome to a 10 to 20 with Tanya. I'm Tanya, and today we are going to be practicing the second conditional in English. And I'm going to do that by asking you some questions that you can participate in. So if you're joining me here live, or if you're listening to the recording, let me know and let me know where you're listening from. Every time you comment here in the comments or send a heart like I just saw, this helps me to be able to help more students just like you. So I'm going to start by talking about what the second conditional is. Then I'm going to help you to practice, okay? So, welcome. I see someone's here from Japan. Welcome, Nicholas, Jeff, and Ercelia. Um, I'm going to type the formula for the second conditional in our comments here. So if you are looking for the comments, if you're watching recorded or live, if you make the image of this image that I have here smaller on your screen, you can see the comments here on the side. If not, you can listen or turn on your subtitles and you'll see it there. So we're going to have if plus the past simple plus the present conditional. I hope that this is making it a little easier for you to hear me today. I decided to come out here on my back porch for two reasons. One you're going to see here in a minute, but the second reason is because it is so beautiful out here and it's cold inside my house, which is back through there. That's where you normally see me, and you might see SB or Pippa walking in and out. Hopefully, SB is going to be quiet long enough for us to do this. So, welcome, Portugal, Poland, Greece. This is fabulous. So, when you use the conditional sentence, when we say conditional, we mean that the what we're saying has a condition on something else. So, if this happened, I would do this other thing is what the second conditional is. Oh, I forgot to push the enter. So there I typed it in the comments. So an example could be if I won the lottery or if I won $1 million. Let's write this. If I won, so one is in the past tense, $1 million, comma, I would buy fill in the blank. So put your answer there. If you won $1 million, what would you buy? You can just tell me what you would buy. Would you buy uh, a house? You'd have way, well, here in Southern California, that might be about all you could buy is a house, but maybe two houses if you're really lucky. Or I would buy a house and I would donate money to charity. You could do a lot with $1 million. It's not as much as you could do just 5 years ago. It's amazing how the inflation has been. Okay, Yakub, welcome. Yakub says, if I was in America, I would be a brilliant student. This is a great example of the second conditional. I'm going to bet that you are a brilliant student anyway, no matter where you are, you can be a brilliant student. It is true. If you were in America, I might, you could also say, I might have more opportunities to speak. I'll tell you that a lot of students I have live here in the United States. And the reason they come to the group classes is because it's hard to find people to talk with unless you're in school or you work in a job where you have to talk to people a lot. A lot of people work and they don't talk to people a lot, or they don't meet very many people who speak English because they spend time with people from their native country. But this is a great example. What would you buy? Just put the word I would buy, or just say a house, a car, something for my mom, something for my dad, something for my friend, whoever. Suzanne says, I would buy a ticket for classical concert. You must love classical music like I do. I love classical music. So, this next part is a little bit of American culture. Do you know what these are? I have these in a vase, and I will tell you, this is not like American culture to have these in a vase. I've had these in a vase in my house for a few days now, saving them for today. This one is in a jar. This is a jar. This is a vase. I think they're beautiful. Uh, I think one of the main reasons people don't keep them in their house is they are very fragile. So I'm going to set this right here, and I'm not the best place for it actually. I'm going to set it right. Where shall I put it? I'll put it there. They're very fragile. Fragile, meaning they can come apart very easily, or if the vase is fragile, it will break easily if I drop it. These are fragile because if you blow on them, all of these little seeds come off. In fact, the wind is starting to blow. I hope it's not making it hard to hear me. I'm going to blow on these in a minute because I'm going to share with you a little bit of American culture. But let's see what you all have to say. Nicholas says, if I won $1 million, I would move to the USA and I would help all the people from all over the world. Oh, Nicholas, that's awesome. If I won $1 million, I would definitely do something to help other people too. Judith, hello. Judith is one of the women in our women's groups, and she says correctly that this is a dandelion. A dandelion. You can see what she wrote. I will write it again. A dandelion. This is the seeds to the dandelion. These right here are the seeds to the dandelion. So the dandelion grows a lot here in the mountains. It's a yellow flower. I used to see it all the time in the Midwest, in Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, that part of the United States. After the dandelion has gone to seed, we say it has gone to seed, meaning it's made seeds. It makes this, and I picked these to show you. You've probably seen this before, and you may have even blown on one of these. But in the United States, children especially, but adults, people, oh, there goes Espy. Espy, come here. People will pick these flowers and blow on the flower to make a wish. So think about something you would wish for. If you could wish for anything, so I have to say, if you're like me, maybe there's not a lot you would wish for. I live a modest life. Let me put this, I only have one hand now to type with. I live a modest life, meaning I have a very small house. I share a car with someone else, and usually I don't have it at my house. I walk almost everywhere. I don't earn a lot of income. I don't buy a lot of new things, but I really love my life. I feel very content with my life. Espy, come here. I want to tell you what we're talking about. Come here. So Espy's in the house, but she will come here and I will give her a treat. Do you want a treat? Lie down. Espy wishes, if Espy could make a wish, she would wish that people would not walk by our house. I don't want to change my life. I love my life, my simple life. I'm very content. I could say I'm very content with my life. In fact, I'm very happy with my life. If I were going to wish for something, notice that past tense, if I were going to wish for something, I would wish for something that helps everyone in the world. So my first wish would be for world peace. So if you also wish for world peace, put it in the comments for me. Say, yes, world peace. And I'm going to wish for all of us. So this is what we do. We think of our wish, we close our eyes, and then we blow the little seeds to go out into the world and take our wish out into the world. So I'm going to wish for world peace. There's still a few here. Let them float away. There's still one here on my keyboard. I love these. And we think of these as little wishes. So here's a little wish. It actually has a little seed down here. In fact, this has become so popular that you can now purchase these little seeds like this in a little piece of glass and wear them as a necklace or earrings. Um, do you have this tradition, this thing that you do in your country when you blow on the dandelions? First of all, do you have dandelions? Do you blow on them? And then, thirdly, do you make a wish? I see lots of people saying yes to world peace. Gloria, welcome. It's great to see you. Holzak, it's great to see you. Better late than never. Holzak says, I'm sorry I'm late. I would say better late than never. I'm going to put that in the chat in case that's a phrase you would like to start using. So I've got my iced tea here. I have three more wishes for us to make. Three more. So, what else shall we wish for as a group? We've wished for world peace. Does anybody have a suggestion? What should we wish for? Except for you, Espy. Espy has lots of suggestions. Come here, Espy. What would you wish for that would benefit everyone in the world? Like, we could wish for clean water for everyone, food for everyone, um, joy or happiness for everyone, peace of mind for everyone. Which of those is your favorite, or can you think of one that you would wish for? And I will make the wish for us. Um, and I'm curious. I'm still curious to know. Do you make wishes with this? Is this something that children in your country do, or adults, people in your country? Lie down, Essie. Lie down. Lie down. Stay. Stay. While I'm talking to Espy, think about what you would wish for and write it in the comments. You can put the whole sentence if you'd like to practice the whole sentence. You can say, I would wish for, and then whatever you want. I would wish for world peace. We already did that. I would wish for food for everyone. I would wish for whatever you would wish for. Let's put that there. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Holzak, for such a kind comment. I hope that you all are typing while I'm talking to Espy here. Lie down. It's kind of hot right here. Espy's in the sun. I am in the shade. I know that can be tricky, but I have an umbrella above me and I'm in the shade. Okay, Yakub said he or she, I'm sorry, would wish for health. Espy, come here, lie down. So I'm going to make a wish for everyone to enjoy good health. Um, Hi, Jose Naldo. So great to see you. No more violence. What a great wish. Justice. Absolutely wonderful. To stop the war in Ukraine. That is one of my greatest wishes, which goes right along with world peace. Agnes says, yes, I would wish for world peace, especially that there is a war nearby in Ukraine. Of course. Sanitary sewage for everyone. Yes, for world peace. Judith says, for a normal life for everyone. Thank you for these hearts and smiley faces. Keep putting your wishes here because I'm going to wish for we've already wished for world peace, which includes a stop to the war in Ukraine, other wars around the world, other countries where the citizens are not treated with justice, they are not treated fairly, they are treated inappropriately. Now we're going to wish for good health for everyone in the world. So the way we would say this is if I had a wish, I would wish for good health for everyone. So take a minute to wish that with me and I'm going to blow. I'm going to move this way so you can see it more. one is sticking more. There they go. There they go. All right, there's still a few here that I will send out to the wishes for good health for everyone, and there's still some on my keyboard here. If you didn't see the little picture I put on Instagram today, I put a picture of this little area I'm sitting in. So you can just see this on the live, but on Instagram, you can see my little flowers here and the place where Pippa loves to sit. So you can see more there. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I have the same name there. Um, all right, we have had 2 wishes so far. This is the present perfect, actually. We have had 2 wishes so far, but we still have another one, and I have plenty to choose from here. It's gonna be very difficult. Um, let's see. We most of these have to do with world peace. I think that many of us wish for world peace. While I take another drink of my iced tea, write your thoughts in the comments if you have another wish or what wish do you think is the most important wish for the world right now? We already have world peace, which includes justice and no wars, and we already have good health for everyone. What else? I have in mind what I might make this wish, but I want to hear what your thoughts are, what you think are the most important thoughts. Hi, Farhan. Welcome. We're making a wish and practicing the second conditional. If I had one wish for the world, I would wish for blah, blah, blah. Fill in the blank. Put it in the comments and take a drink of my tea. Also, I don't think I saw here if anyone said, is this something you do in your country where you make a wish and blow the little seeds? I'm curious because I've talked to a few students about this in our women's speaking program and in some of our individual lessons. And so far, everyone has said that they don't do that in their country. No one has said they do that in their country. Thank you, Farhan, for all of the hearts and emojis. What do we call those? Not emojis. What do we call those? Emojis, but there's another word for that. I'm trying to think of what that word is. I'm doing great. I am waiting to see because I think some of you might be typing in the comments. If you're listening to the recording, be sure to put your wishes because I'm going to take all of these wishes and give them some space in my house. I'm going to take them and make these wishes for the world. I hope you are doing the same. Suzanne said, I would wish for more love in the world. What a great wish. I think that that covers almost everything. Do you agree? If there were more love in the world, this is also the so let me say the sentence, then I'll figure out if it's second or third conditional. If there were more love in the world, there would be world peace. I think that's second conditional. If there were more love in the world, there would be, yes, there would be uh, more peace because I think peace is a part of love. I think there would be no violence because uh, there's no violence in love. What do you think? Nicholas says, oh, thank you, Nicholas. I love getting these kind comments from all of you. All right. Holzak says, I would wish for keeping the clean environment of Earth. What a great wish. I think that would also happen if we had more love in the world. Um, my last thought is to wish for uh, that everyone has enough food and clean water. That everyone would have enough food and clean water. I think if there were more love in the world, or if everyone was loving, we would have food and water for everyone. I have heard that there's plenty of food on earth. The problem is getting the food to the people who need it. The problem is the violence that happens when people are driving trucks of food to other people and they steal it uh, or they disrupt the process. They stop the food from getting to other people. Which do you think we should wish for with our last wish? That the world be all loving, that there be more love, that the people would be that all the people would be loving, or food and clean water for everyone. I think I think one includes the other, but I'm going to see what you all think. Uh, Rosanna says a very similar thing. I would wish for ending the ending of hunger in the world. This would be food for everyone. Yes. Agnes says, if I had one wish, I would wish for more happiness and health for all people. Thank you, Agnes. We actually wished for health for all people. Happiness is another really important thing. I think that people be happy is a very important part of life. Josinalo says, good and clean water for all. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a minute. I knew what you meant, Josinaldo, food and water and clean water for all. So there are a lot of you here listening. There are a lot of people listening to the recording. There, I should say, there will be a lot of people who listen to the recording. Which do you think is the most important wish for our last wish? Would you wish for a totally loving world or food and clean water for everyone? Which one? A totally loving world or food and clean water for everyone. Hi, Tatiana. Do you live in a tiny house? Yes, I do. She says, I wish to live in a tiny house. This is such a beautiful wish because I really enjoy living in my tiny house. I enjoy small spaces, which is not typical of a lot of Americans, although there are a lot of Americans who do live in tiny houses. Um, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this, giving you the chance to put your wish. So far, we just have one: food and clean water for everyone, or all loving world. Which is your wish? Food and water, loving world. And I'll talk just a little about my tiny house because this is about this topic. I think that when more people choose a simple life, and that might be something different for each person, then there are more people who have the opportunity for all the things they need. So I'm going to put this here for a minute, just while we're waiting to wish. Be very careful because I don't want it to um, not really break, fall apart. I don't want it to fall apart. Um, so we have a phrase. Let's see, what is the phrase? Live simply. Live simply so others may simply live. Do you agree or disagree? All right, I'm going to give you 15 more seconds. I'm going to make it simple. Food and water or love? Food and water or love? Put it in the comments, and I'm going to make the wish for all of us based on what you all say. And then if you have any questions, be sure to write those questions there as well. And the last thing I'll talk about while I'm waiting for these answers is to be sure and go to our website. You can find the link below if you're interested in joining our women's speaking program this coming month, or at this time, I should say. Or if you're interested in individual lessons for men, women, and children, you can find more information on our website, or you can email me. My email will also be below to find out which might be best for you. Okay, I don't see any additional ones. Okay, Rosanna says, if everyone had food and water, I think the world would have love. That's a very good point. So I think we can't go wrong. But since we have two wishes for food and water, everyone, I hope you will join me in wishing that all people would have food and clean water. I'm going to wish and blow this way this time. It might blow right back at me. Food and clean water for everyone. There, I wish you could I wish you could see all of them here. I'm gonna let these drop in front of the screen because 'cause they're so beautiful. So beautiful. There's several of them still here. So I'm gonna end by getting these all together for you and ask you to please join me again when we go live next Saturday. Thank you for participating. A huge thank you to everyone who wrote in the comments. This is very, very helpful to me. A huge thanks to everyone who watches the recorded version. And even if you're here live, you can go to the recorded version and put your comments there. And I will see you all soon. Thank you.